I made this bag out of this Christmas decoration instead of yarn. This is how I did it. So first I bought about 8 of these Christmas decorations because I was thinking it should be enough to make a tote bag. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make like a big tote bag or a medium or small tote bag, but I just wanted to make like a tote bag. So I started off by making my chains, but then I tried to make my chains using my crochet hook and it wasn't going as planned because it wasn't like picking up the, should I call it, Christmas decoration yarn as well as I would have wanted. So I tried a couple of more times and it wasn't really working out. So what I opted to do, I basically like left the hook and switched to my hands. So this was still me trying to crochet, and when I just gave up, I left the hook and then switched to using my hands. So when I started using my hands, it went more easily, it flowed easily, and I got to making my chains. And basically what I'm looking at in the video is the movie I'm watching, because while crocheting I love watching movies and I love listening to music. But for this project I was basically watching a movie in the background. So I went on making my chains and it was going pretty easy. I think this is like the crochet bag I've made in like the fastest time. This took me less than an hour to make. It was like pretty easy and chill, except the fact that for the yarn, like as I'm showing here, I was not like able to see the stitches or the holes for the chains that I made, so I had to like use my hands to feel it. I basically had to use my sixth sense to feel it. So I kept on making more rows, and here I kept on making more rows as well. I tried to make a couple of more rows. I think I made about 5 or 6 rows, I can't remember exactly, but I made about that number of rows so that the bag will have like some kind of depth to it. So this was after a couple of rows. I think this was about 3 rows that I did here. But I started thinking about my life because I kind of like made a mistake. I noticed that the number of decorations or the number of decoration yarn I bought was kind of like limited, and the length of the bag I was making was too long, so I had to like reduce it, which is why I was unraveling everything I did here. So I unraveled everything I did and I had to start again from the beginning. So this is me basically sweating it out and unraveling everything I did unhappily, if I might add. When I finished that, I went back to crocheting, so I started all over again from the beginning, and I started crocheting again, making like a bunch of rows. But this time around I shortened it, like you can see here. I shortened the length of the bag so I'll have enough yarn to make the bag and basically finish up the bag, because if I had continued how it was earlier on, then I won't have enough yarn to finish up the bag. So I was basically going to like close up both sides, like when I fold it together, or fold it this way rather, as I'm showing here, then I'll close up the 2 sides of the bag. And what I love about the bag is the bag came out like looking nice and shiny. Like I had closed the first side here and was remaining to close this part, but the issue was the bag itself. It was okay, it's closed, but then it had like just this little opening, which is why it's only like my hand or something that can just fit in there, probably like a cell phone or something. But that's not a problem. This is the final bag. I'm very proud of how this came out. It's not as functional, it's just art. If you've stayed up to this point, let me know in the comment section what other interesting materials you would like me to experiment and basically crochet with. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.